Hey there, it's Jenny, and we are going to do a super quick plan with me with two layouts of my memory planner. This is my 2023 memory planner. It is in desperate need of being caught up in that October, November, and December are not completed. So that's what I'm going to work on first. I also have my 2024 memory planner that is in a similar state. And so I'm going to show you that right now. I am using for 2024, it is a big happy planner. It is an old happy memory keeping edition. So I would imagine it's really hard to find. Now, this one is a Cocoa Daisy planner. I will link it up for you below. It's actually really, really great. So the column width is the same as a big happy planner. They're about 2 inches wide, and the overall page is about the same size as a classic happy planner. So it's great for like the overall size is smaller, but then oddly, because of the layout, the columns are wider. I switched back to a big happy planner. It's just where I'm most comfortable, and that's why you saw that in 2024 I was in a big happy planner. Now, I have already printed all my photos for both years actually and adhered them. I did that like while I was watching TV just so that I could get caught up. So, my I don't think that that's probably too much of a hindrance that you're not seeing that, but you can watch old videos if you want to see how I place my photos. Now I just trimmed a piece of pattern paper. This is the Cocoa Daisy, the September collection, Little Bee Cottage, and I'm just adhering both a couple of pieces of trimmed up pattern paper and then a sticker from the memory keeping sticker kit. I really liked this collection. It's really subdued and subtle. It's got like a vintage sort of feel, but it's not like screaming vintage, if that makes sense. There's a lot of late summer florals, and it's just a really, really nice collection, if that makes sense. Now, I'm also going to use one of these rub-ons, and they're so easy to use, and they add absolutely zero bulk to your pages. Zero, none, none at all. Now, I'm a huge rub-on fan. And if you used rub-ons 10, 15 years ago for scrapbooking, the new ones are so much better. They work so much better. They're just really fantastic, and I love the ones from Cocoa Daisy. They really work well. I'll link all these kits up below. I'm sure most of them are probably sold out. This collection is a couple months old, but I wanted to use it for this particular week. So I've added all the photos, and then now I've created a visual triangle of embellishments. It doesn't mean I won't add more embellishments. It just means that that's like, okay, this is the big standout, the standouts of my embellishing. Now, with that said, there's not a ton of space because I do like to add my activities and appointments, and then I do like to add some journaling whenever possible. So that's why, yeah, there's really not a ton of room for lots of big swaths of decoration, but it's totally cool because in the end, it works out really well, and I'm really happy with the end results. So you can see I added those box stickers, and I feel like it's like 2020 or 2019 again, like this planning style. I haven't planned like this in quite some time. And so it's really fun to watch this, honestly, like to plan like this, I should say, because it really takes me back. And for me, it's a very creative process, and I really enjoy that a whole lot. Now, I will say the memory keeping sticker kit from Cocoa Daisy, the boxes are about 2 inches wide, so they fit in this daisy planner perfectly, and they're just awesome. I love using alphabet stickers. That has not changed. I think that they're both decorative and functional at the same time. So I can like say a word, for example, and it does the job of like saying what something is, but then the alphabet stickers, they're usually fun, and so then it just looks cute all together as well. So I kind of love that. So you can see now, okay, we've got the decorating, we've got the activities. Now I'm going to pull out this mat and I'm going to add some lines for journaling. Now, I can't write in a straight line to save my life. So that's where the pencil and this little board comes in. Now you're thinking, yeah, the board's not really that important, whatever. Okay, it's magnetic, so the things don't move around, and it is not that huge. So, like, I've had other ones in the past, like self-healing mats and stuff that were magnetic that were great, but they were really, really big. That's what I like about this one is that it has a much smaller footprint. It's easier to store, and it's heavy duty, like it's really hard, so it's not flopping around. And like I said, it's just not difficult to store. So that is a huge bonus for me as well. And again, the magnetic feature is really strong. And so I like that too, because I am able to keep these clips and my magnet stuck and make my lines as perfect as possible. So sometimes I do colored lines, sometimes I do pen. I'm just feeling pencil today, so I use pencil and then I will erase the marks after I am done writing and all of that. And then it turns out great because then I get like nice straight journaling lines, but they don't show. And that's fantastic. I mean, it's exactly what I want. So I like to keep it fairly simple. I'm not trying to write a novel or get into my deepest, darkest feelings. I'm just trying to sort of explain the week or explain the activities. I do both. Sometimes I talk about things specifically, and sometimes I talk about things like in a general overview of the week. So I do both, and I find that I just do it based on my mood. So you can see I'm erasing those lines right now. And it's so wonderful because I, like I said already, cannot write in a straight line to save my life. So therefore, this helps me be able to have straight lines and it look nice, but it really wasn't that much work and it wasn't really that hard. So now I'm going to put this one back in here. So exciting. Now we're moving on to October, which is also awesome, but I'm not really sure which week I'm going to do because, there's just so many different choices. Okay, so I had to leave that behind for a little bit. Now I'm back and it's actually nighttime, so I'm having to use a lamp. And I don't love using a lamp for my lighting. I hate how harsh it is, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And I really wanted to share this with you. So now this week I am keeping really simple. I am going to write or going to use the activities. I'm going to put in some stickers and that's it. I'm not doing any journaling this week or anything like that. And not every week requires it. And I mean, I guess theoretically, like I should say something about the week or whatever. And maybe I'll go back and I will do that. But I felt done when I did this, if I'm being honest. And so I decided to just leave it as it was. But like I said, now that I think about it a little bit more, I could go back and add a little bit of journaling or whatever. So I'm starting my decorative process. I have that boo up in the upper left-hand corner, and then over here, this big, enormous skeleton, and it's just so stinking cute. All of these stickers are just absolutely adorable, and I really do enjoy them. They're just fun and playful, and it's part of what I really like about Halloween in general is that it's just playful, it's just fun, and it's meant to be a good time, and that's basically it, and I really do appreciate that. So now I'm going to add that third point of the visual triangle, because again, remember, I'm trying to catch up like I am really behind in memory planning just because I have added so many other interests to my life this year. And so I am far more behind than I want to be. Okay, now speaking of rub-ons, these are alphabet rub-ons. And again, if you are a longtime scrapbooker, which I don't know if any of you are, but like back before even 2010, making memories used to make books exactly like this. Although I'm not going to lie, they were actually put together better because they had like a grommet and whatever. This is just like a sticker book of rub-ons. The idea is exactly the same, and the idea is super cool. They just, some of these sheets want to fall out or whatever of this little book, which is fine, and we'll figure it out. See how it just came right out? So that's what I mean. The Making Memories ones, they had a little extra, and then the grommet, so they were not coming out, which was awesome. But never fear. So I'm going to use these rub-ons to put the dates at the top. I don't know why. I just felt like that's what I needed to do. So that's what I'm doing. I am adding those right here and they're so, so, so easy to use. They rub right on and they're really smooth and they look great. They look like it's printed on there and there's basically no bulk. So that's really cool too. Now, here on the 26th, I do screw it up, because sometimes I make mistakes and I have zero problems with that because I don't think it's really that big of a deal to make a mistake. But I do screw it up and I use a 9 instead of a 6. And yeah, so I have to use undo then to get it off because I realize, oh, wait, it was really the 29th. So I tried using an eraser at first to see if that would work, and it did not. I should have tried an adhesive eraser, but I didn't because I didn't think about it till right now. But I'm using the undo, and it, of course, takes it right off. It's no problem. I know right there it looks like a mess, but it takes it right off. And so, yeah, I'll have to go back and do that later because the 6 does not want to stay on there with the undo, but maybe when it's dried, And maybe not. Maybe I'll have to just draw it on there. Whatever. Again, it was a mistake, and mistakes happen. None of us are perfect. And I, least of all, am perfect because I am definitely very scatterbrained and get way ahead of myself. Like I'm 10 steps ahead of myself all the time. So I'll just figure it out. It's just not that important because I figure that one number being wrong and the rest of the story being right is pretty great. I've got that all captured and documented. So anyway, I am loving these numbers, and I'm sure the Office too. I just haven't used them yet because they just work really well and they're really versatile, and that's super cool. So I am just simply using an old Cocoa Daisy washi cutter to rub on the rub-ons. That's kind of the beauty of rub-ons, honestly, is that like most rub-ons are packaged with like a popsicle stick, and it's a great way to use rub-ons. But you can also use like so many other things in this, like so you're not beholden to using one specific tool or whatever. They're very versatile, they're very easy to use, and it's great. And I love how bold these dates look on these particular numbers. I have not I have not done something like this in a really long time, but I'm glad I did. It was fun. It was different and fun. Apparently, I forgot to cut out a three, and actually, I'm not sure I forgot to cut it out. I think I actually just lost it on this mess of a desk, but it happens. And again, I am not interested in perfection. I think it's highly overrated. And if I waited to be perfect, I would probably get nothing done. So there's that. All right, so now I'm going to go back and I'm going to add the activities, the plans, the games, the all those things. And if this is my first video you have watched, I'm sorry for all my friends that have been here a long time. I do this because when I started memory planning, I think in 2016, my life was very, very, very chaotic. I had three school-age sons, and I had practices and games and events and meetings and all kinds of things for them all of the time. So that's why I included the activities and the plans and things like that. My guess, my youngest son is now a junior in high school, so if you guys have been around for a long time, you've probably watched Harry grow up, which actually makes me a little bit teary just thinking about it, but you've probably watched Harry grow up, and he is a junior in high school now. And so after next year, I will probably stop adding the activities and the games and the appointments to my memory planner. And that makes me really sad, but it also makes me really happy that I captured it all this time and that I have this incredible documentation of what those days of our lives, not the soap opera, the days of our lives looked like. I am so thrilled that this is the way that I chose to document because I know that I can go back and I can look at those and see the moments and all of the things that were going on and how chaotic life was. If you're interested in seeing some of those older memory planners, all you have to do is scroll back in my videos. I have so many videos, so many years of videos, and many of them are here. So if you're curious as to what I'm talking about, you can scroll back. And if you're not curious, that's cool. All right, so that's it for me. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it, and have a great day.